everybody, it's Ashley Ray of letstalkraystyle.com bringing you a video about victims. So I apologize if it sounds like I'm yelling. I forgot to plug my microphone up and I just don't feel like looking for it at the moment. So anywho, victims. So we all know them, right? It's the people who never take accountability for the things that they do or don't do that directly affect them and cause something negative to occur in their lives. For example, you don't have any money, but you're upset because someone's not giving you any money, when you could in turn just go and do some extra things, like pick up a second job. You could DoorDash, you could Uber Eats, you could Lyft, you could do, there's tons of things you can do. You can even acquire a new skill, right? And sell that as a service. Not saying that people don't get hard on their luck or things don't happen financially to put you in a place that you're not comfortable. I'm not saying that at all. I'm talking about the people that we know who have been singing the same song since high school, or even before then, who knows, or within the last 10 years or so. Those people that aren't actively doing anything to change their situation other than complaining, right? Victims. Those who constantly verbally assault others and then are upset that the person they verbally assaulted retaliated. Now they're hurt and they can't believe this person said this and I'm never going to talk to them again, blah, 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 blah. Never taking account for your actions of the things that you said that caused the reaction. Nothing is ever the fault of the victim. And that's what I should have been using to begin with, the quotes. Nothing is ever the fault of the victim. It's always the other person doing something to them. They never see anything wrong with the things that they do to violate others that causes a negative reaction. You know, common victims are those who don't have friends. You ever meet someone and you're like, oh my God, they seem to be a really nice person. And you don't understand like why they don't have friends. And then you befriend this person, right? Because you're friendly. And then you figure out why they don't have friends. Because they're always a victim. Something is always someone else's fault. They're always offended. Let me tell you something. If you're looking to be offended, you're going to be offended by something. Something in the day or someone in the day is going to offend you. It's almost the same thing as finding the glass half empty instead of half full. Excuse me. Victims. We all know them and they all weigh heavy on our lives. Most victims always have a sob story or some type of pity party for why they are the way that they are. And instead of taking accountability, getting themselves some real healing, and I wish many people stop lying to their therapist, because there's a lot of people in the world that are in therapy that are not being honest with the therapist, and that's why they're not seeing the resolve, the healing, the feelings that they need in order to make themselves a better human. And I'm not saying by far that myself, like I'm perfect, or my friends are perfect, or anyone that I know is perfect. However, I am very self-aware. I'm hyper self-aware of what my flaws are and how I can be and how I can come off to people. So I'm conscious of that at all times. I'm never blaming something on someone else, even when it's not even my fault. And those of us who have some level of self-awareness and some level of consciousness, either or combined, or have both, we recognize that as long as we feed into these types of people, it will always be our fault because we know better. Because think about it. Is it really going to change anything? No, it's not. So I came here to say the best way to deal with victims are to cut them out of your life. And don't worry, they're going to play the victim as well about you cutting them out of your life. But hey, you have to be willing to be the villain in someone's story, because at some point in time, you just can't care. Smooches.